The Pentagon is currently formulating plans to deploy U.S. military forces to Chicago, as President Donald Trump announces efforts to address crime, homelessness, and undocumented immigration, according to a report by The Washington Post. The Department of Defense has been considering various strategies for several weeks, which include the potential mobilization of at least a few thousand National Guard members as early as September. President Trump, a member of the Republican Party, criticized Chicago's situation, describing it as chaotic, and expressed his intention to address it next. He also criticized the city's Democratic leadership. The Pentagon released a statement saying, "We won't speculate on further operations. The department is a planning organization and is continuously working with other agency partners on plans to protect federal assets and personnel." When asked for comments, the White House referred back to President Trump's earlier statement. J.B. Pritzker, the Democratic governor of Illinois, which encompasses Chicago, stated that the state had not received any communication from the federal government regarding the need for assistance. He emphasized that there was no emergency that justified the deployment of the National Guard or other military forces. Governor Pritzker accused President Trump of attempting to create a crisis, politicize military personnel, and misuse his power to divert attention from the challenges faced by working families. A spokesperson for Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson did not immediately respond to requests for comment. However, Mayor Johnson expressed serious concerns about the impact of any unauthorized deployment of National Guard troops. He highlighted that over the past year, homicides in Chicago have decreased by more than 30%, robberies by 35%, and shootings by nearly 40%. Last weekend, at President Trump's request, Republican governors from 3 states agreed to send hundreds of National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., a city he portrayed as plagued by crime. However, Justice Department data indicates that violent crime in Washington reached a 30-year low last year. In June, President Trump ordered the deployment of 700 Marines and 4,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles during protests against mass immigration raids by federal officials, despite opposition from California's Democratic governor.